So good afternoon, Prasanna ji. Myself Bhavin Patel. I am representing Industrial Electricals, the magazine. So welcome on board, and I think this is the third day of Elecrama. We are at the mid of the exhibition. So how do you feel the overall response into exhibition?
Well, I see the overall response is very enterprising. The first reason being, shall I hold it? So the first and foremost reason is this Electrama event is happening after 3 years, because due to COVID for 2 years, 2 consecutive years, people were they all shut behind doors, and there were the business perspective were very obscure, and people were not sure how to move across, because you see, irrespective of the fact how much you do online, the physical meetings can never be absolved. So the physical meetings, today we are seeing there is a great crowd, and fixing an appointment for the reverse yes, buyer seller meet, that is not happening, because everything is showing on red when we are trying to book a slot online. So now you can think of, so this is an exemplary of the fact that physical meetings are a must, because that's how you get to know the real pulse of your customers, and the customers gets a real sense of what the vendor has to offer. So those things can never happen online. Online you can buy a product, something which is a commodity product. You can buy a shaving cream, you can buy something, a razor, or a soap or oil, something. But when you buy technical products, where you buy things which are more of a solution to you, so it has to be physical meeting. People has to understand, and this showcasing this Elecrama, the EMA, I think they're doing a fantastic job, and that's the reason why I see that the footfall is very nice, and we are really happy about it, that this kind of an event is being organized by a body like EMA.
That's great. So if you can tell us about your product and services and how long you are into this.
Okay, let me answer it in two parts. First, I'll take up the products and services. The products and services, we are a company where we are manufacturing almost a great range of products. So we have products starting from what you can see on the showcase. We have all the consumer durable items, which comes by the name of Mr. Watt. So we have all the MCBs, DBs, geysers, fans, different kinds of fans that's there. But that is a different range of product. However, the major thrust and focus is on the industrial products, the products which are more into the utilities, the buildings, the data centers, the renewable sector. So we are actually catering to all these sectors. So what you see on our stall that we have displayed is a compact substation. It's a package substation, and we are manufacturing this product. This is basically a combination of the HT panel, the transformer, the LT panel, maybe a combination of the HT metering and automatic power factor correction. So that's a unique solution. So we are having this product on our stall as well, and we are selling this product in a very big way. Apart from that, we have all the VCB panels, the 11 kV and the 33 kV VCB panels, and we are partners to Schneider Electric. They are our principal partner, and we are selling these products. They're completely type tested, and which is a testimony. All type test reports that we are trying to show you, or we are trying to share with our customer, that's a testimony to the quality manufacturing. That's a testimony to our design in-house. Apart from this, we have the bus duct, the sandwich bus trunking solutions. The bus duct is, all the commercial buildings, all the major, I would say, the shopping malls, all the big offices, they have bus trunking solutions. Today, no more are the days where we have all the cables and wires reaching different places. It's more of a bus duct solution that people are looking for, and these are lifetime, because the life of these equipments are, it's as good as lifetime. So these are very reliable and durable products. So we are trying to cater to the market, offering all these solutions. Coming to the low voltage section of our product kitty, we have type tested assemblies. We are partners of L&T TI, and we are also looking at big time partners like Schneider Electric for another TT assembly, so which is going to be announced shortly. And finally, coming back to the how old is the organization. So answering that part is, we were established in the year 2000. So it's been practically 23 years of our journey. And we are currently grown to the size of almost like 135 crores was the turnover that we did last year. And the next year we are looking for, we have already crossed the 200 mark this year, and we have still another 1.5 months to go. So we are aspiring to become 250 by the end of the current financial year itself.
So that's great. Almost double than the last year, right?
Yes.
Nearby to double. And definitely you are entering into the market wherein the every bus, but one is demanding the safety and security and reliability in terms of power. Eh, While we discuss about the sustainability, these products of the electrical transmission and distributions are must, because the without the safety and the continuity, it won't be possible for the further sustainability, right?
Correct.
And when we discuss about the compact substation or the bus bar tanking system, wherein very few players, selected few players are into market, and the market is very high, and due to that the lead time is also again a high. So how do you see this, the overall operational part or the potential into Indian market?
Okay, that's a great question. I must appreciate you asked that question. That is something that we as an entity would like to discuss further, because there are big manufacturers, and there are manufacturers who are even older than us, maybe by the number of years that we have spent so far, maybe 3 times. Then so they have been here at least more than 5 or 6 decades. But the best part that we would like to comment at this forum is the supremacy of the existing leaders will not go uncontested. And so it's kind of a challenge that we have accepted. Some of our biggest competitors, I'm not naming them, it might look a little awkward, but having said so, I would still like to say that other big players who are already there, who are the number ones or the number two so far, what we are trying to do in terms of deliveries, we are really doing great. So the comparison is where some of our nearest competitors, I'm talking about the big time players, not the small ones, what they deliver in around 12 to 14 weeks, we tend to deliver with 6 to 8 weeks, almost half. So what we have done is, we have 3 lines of manufacturing. So all the cutting, bending, punching and all that, so all 3. And that too, in addition to the existing mechanical machines, we have commissioned a laser cutting and punching machine. And what the combination of the 2 lines, the mechanical ones, what it produces, the one that produces the fiber laser cutting machine, so that produces it within seconds. So the thing is, we are in a situation to offer more than 50 metric tons every week. So which is like almost like 200 metric tons every month. So that itself is, is something that our customers would like to know. You would see that the entire year goes little lean, particularly the first and the second quarter goes little lean. The actual, the sales pickup happens during the third quarter. I'm talking about the financial year quarter. So when, the Navratras and all, it's about to start. So just before that, it goes on. So, and it goes on till March. And the last quarter, where we are currently, the Jan to March, this is the busiest quarter, and this is the most heavy quarter, because this is the time when majority of the corporates, they try to exhaust their budget. Because if you don't exhaust your budget, the next year you get the same budget, and your budget will lapse. And so in order to ensure that they get a better budget next year, so they have to exhaust all their existing budgets. So this is where we have seen the dynamics works little not towards the people who are not ready, but towards the people who are actually geared up and ready to deliver. So this is where we are in a position to score. And what has happened is, some of our customers who have little worries, they come to us for solutions after being regretted by some of our good friends, the industry friends, our competitors, what I mean to say, when they regret to deliver in such time. So what we have with some customers, we have delivered within 4 weeks.
Wow.
So we only wait for our partners like Schneider and L&T to deliver the switchgear, and we really do wonders in terms of the delivery. So we are really geared up. We have a manpower of more than 500 numbers on the payrolls of the organization, and that's how we are in a position to cater to accept any of the challenges that we see. So I hope I answered that question.
That's really great to know that, because the India is now developing a very huge infrastructure space, and when we are moving towards the faster space, like the government is also willing the day by day monitoring systems for the infrastructure development. So in fact the private industry has to be much more better than the government, right? And we have to be at least double triple space than the government, so that we can support the government as well, and plus the private infrastructure as well. So our job is to give them the support both of the places.
True.
And if we cannot, then definitely the projects has to be delayed, and then the overall vision of the government or the infrastructure development, well, we are discussing about it, 12 trillion economy by 2030 will not be a possible.
Correct. In fact, since you mentioned the government infrastructure, what we have done is, let me share with you, as regards the government infrastructure is concerned, we are really working there in a very big way. We have completed 27 stations for the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. And this is something is picking up very fast. And thanks to our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he's been an absolute leader. He's not a leader in India, he's a global leader. And we take pride that we have such a Prime Minister who's leading the country in such a big way. He's taking us to all global levels. The prestige of the country has really gone ahead. And we see the Indians who are staying outside, I mean to say outside India, they are taking pride in saying that we are Indians, which was not a case earlier. And it is primarily happening because of him, the kind of vision that he has. So today we also see, like as an organization, we are contributing in a great way, towards the vision that the country has today. The first bullet train station, Sabarmati, we have done. So you've supplied our panels there. The biggest convention center, the India International Convention Center, which is coming up at Sector 23, Dwarka. It's a project that's been happening during last more than 4 years now. It's supposed to be inaugurated by 2024. So we are supplying our panels there. And we have supplied our panels to the Navi Mumbai International Airport. And the other 27 stations that I talked about, that's not the end. We have catered to places like IIM Amritsar. So that's under CPWD. We had been catering to some of the upcoming projects of IIT Delhi. So these are the things we had been doing. So as far as the government infrastructure projects are concerned, we are also catering to the requirement in a very big way. And we are trying to offer good solutions. As far as the private sectors is also concerned, ATL batteries, they are the biggest lithium-ion manufacturer, lithium-ion battery manufacturer. They are coming up, they have acquired a land, almost like 200 acres of land right on the bank of the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. And we have received the first project. So it's a project worth 48 crores. And what we have made a bid of almost more than 300 crores for that project. And we are waiting, because this is such a huge project, a huge piece of land that they have acquired. So this has to come in phases. So we are also trying to cater to their requirements, and we are very hopeful that by virtue of we catering to such requirements of the market, towards the government infrastructure, towards the private infrastructure, we are doing a great service to the community. And at the same time, we are also trying to help the stakeholders and the organization to grow by itself.
That's great. So as you said that the visibility of Indian companies has been increased into foreign market, what do you see the potential of your products into foreign market?
Okay, we have, other than the domestic market that we have, we also have an export wing that comes under a brand name of La Impresa. And all the consumer durable items that you see, they're basically into the export region only. And so far, in addition to the exports, we are trying to bring them to the domestic market. Earlier, we were focusing only on exports, but we see the clear requirement. They can also come to places like India. So if you ask us the footprints, what we have overseas, we have our footprints overseas in the Middle East region, in the African region, in places like Bangladesh, which is a neighboring country. So we are trying to grow. We are also participating in the, Dubai Trade Fair, and it's going to happen in the month of March. Yes, so we are traveling there. We are exhibiting. We already booked a stall there, and we are in the process of growing there as well. And in terms of answering your question, how we are catering to the global level. You see, India is also focusing on reducing our usage of the fossil fuel. We are trying to be more green, and we have some targets to cater to this requirement. So we are also catering to our requirements for the solar. Like solar industries, there's a boom in the solar sector, and out of the total revenue that we earn, 1/4 of the revenue we generate from the solar sector. So, and this is not the end, it is increasing. And we see in times to come, we see that not only solar alone, there are other renewable sectors as well, which is wind, which is water, uh, uh, biofuels, and exactly storage systems. We are also doing a great work in the EV. So we are catering to some of the EV charging stations. We are working with people like the Ease of Doing Business. We are working for NH for EV. We are working for some of the people like the Blue Smart, BYD, all the car charging stations, and we are also catering to their requirements as well. So this is moving towards the green fuel. This is moving towards making a pollution-free world. So we are really, really contributing that way as well.
That's great. So, if we come across the part of the potential towards the market into India and abroad, so the bus duct is a replacement of existing cable technologies, right? And there is a lot of hurdles from the industry as well because of the availability, or as you said, that the lead time. Cost is the second part, right? Because wherein if we compare it rightly, it will reduce your headache. So typically it's in value engineering, right? When the cable needs the lot of other accessories, equipments, and labor, and bus duct needs and less labor and other accessories. And while it is giving more safety and reliability, and I have seen at the entrance you have bus duct monitoring system. So if you can brief us about that bus duct monitoring system.
You see, what we are doing is we have this bus duct monitoring system was a unique idea that was conceived in the current year only. Uh, Let me just give you a background about the first of the cable and the bus duct. Why people are now interested to buy bus duct instead of going with the cables. You see, the cables and wires has been an age-old thing which has been existing. Uh, Cables and wires have their own set of problems. People came up with the PVC wires, FRLS wires. But still, those cables and wires has a life expectancy of 10 years, 15 years. And if the quality is good, maybe it will sustain beyond 20 years also. But eventually, these things do not run for a very long time. You see, it's like if we own a house, if we own a flat, we don't stay there only for 15, 20 years. We stay there all our lifetime, which could be 50, 60 years or even 100 years. So bus duct plays a major role there. So what happens is once a bus duct is there, you just need to take a tap. Of course, your internal wiring has to be there. That can be replaced. But the major cables that come in, if those can be replaced, because this is a solid bus and this is all sandwiched. So with class F or class H type of insulation. Now, it is also important that you maintain it well, and the health of those bus duct has to be monitored. And this is the reason why we conceived this idea how to have the health check. You see, we human beings today we are all starting to realize that our health is something that we need to concern area, that we need to check. We need to have at least we should visit our doctors, and we should check our health and everything. So that is self monitoring of our health. So similarly, health of the bus duct and all your installations also need to be checked at times, because that's how you ensure that things are safe. You ensure that all your insulations are working properly. There are no hot spots. There are no unnecessary heating happening somewhere or the other. Because what happens live, we saw that there was a big catastrophe that just happened in Turkey and Syria. So that was an earthquake. So that is beyond control. But certain things, if we maintain the health of our existing installation, the electrical installations I'm talking about, so this can be very well be taken care once we know the health, what is the situation there. So something which is not within our control, sorry, we cannot control. But something which is well within our control, we should control. At least all our countrymen, all our people, all our humanity, if there is something that can help us to predict, so if there are any predictive maintenances, so that I think those things should be taken care. And at least we know, because we have a service team as well, so our service team can go and cater to such requirements immediately if there are such issues. If there are no issues, fine, it's just monitoring and you continue to run. There are no other expenditure. And the add-on expenditure is very small, is negligible actually, because the add-on expenditure for all the monitoring things. And if the monitoring helps you to, decrease your loss, decrease your risk, I think it's always good to have such monitoring system installed. That helps. So this is the reason why we have gone ahead with this, and now we are trying to educate our customers that this is something, if you go ahead with, it will help you, it will help your next generation maybe. Not only you, it will also help your families, it will help your near and dear ones. Because you see, any electrical installation, if there is a loss of that, that can be replaced. And the lives of human beings can never be replaced. So that's the reason why thinking as a human touch, thinking from the perspective of we living safely at our homes, being cozy at homes, we should be safe. That was the whole reason of going ahead with this.
So that's very fantastic, and the innovation and the technology, and I hope that the entire industry will be getting the benefit out of this. Definitely, the technology always will be beneficial for the industry. But as you said, that the awareness is also required into market, and you have already started the awareing the customers specifically into this.
We're trying to educate our customers.
Yes, sir. So while they know they have the problems, right? But the solution has to reach to them.
Correct.
And then this kind of platform will definitely give them the solution. But again, everyone cannot reach to this level. So we can also showcase them, whoever will not be participated over here or cannot be seen that solution, will be able to showcase these solutions on behalf of you to them, so that will reach to the right place at the right people, and that can be benefited out of your services.
In fact, I must thank you and your team out here. You are doing that part, very well. You see, as you rightly mentioned, that these things cannot reach out to all customers. Maybe somebody who doesn't know about it, somebody who has not visited our stall, or somebody who has not seen it, or somebody who's not experienced it. But at the same time, when organizations, the media like you all, when you have such coverage, this is going to go beyond the masses. People, those who have visited the Electrama event, or people maybe they have not visited. So they know, at least there are people who will be watching it on television or maybe reading it through some magazines and journals. So they would know exactly that these kind of solutions exist. And it is only when they know, they get interested about it. And once they get interested, they would come and they see exactly what it is like. Or maybe they will send a query to us. We are keen on this. We are interested going ahead with this. Kindly just come and talk to us, or help us making a small presentation, or at least have a discussion. We have such requirement, but we are not aware. We are not familiar with this. So we would like to familiarize ourselves, and then we would like to go for it. So that's how we can help, and that's how you people are helping the community as a whole.
So thank you, Prasanna, for your key insights about the industry, your highly technological solutions which can change the entire industry and lead towards the sustainable environment. So thank you very much again for your time and valuable support.
Thank you very much. I thank your team for being so candid and kind enough to be here and making a coverage wherein we could showcase the products that we have displayed, the solutions that we are trying to talk about, and the benefit and the comforts that people can really retrieve from the products that we are offering. Thank you very much.